would walk 500 miles. Guess what? I would walk 500 more. Just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. All right. Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you today? Good. Glad to hear it. Let me just come in here and do my thing with the not Facebook. What is this? Patreon thingamabob. Gotta go in there. Gotta do that. And I gotta do this. I'm gonna copy the title. And then I gotta put the title in there. And then I gotta take the description. Oh, yeah, I didn't. Well, let's see if we can't finish this episode and schedule it for release for once and for all today. That doesn't make sense, but who cares? Okay? Who cares? This goes in Patreon playlist. Patreon exclusive content. Okay, there we go. Blah, 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 etc., etc. No. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Got to copy that. Sorry. I know you guys aren't seeing anything except for my stupid face looking here, but I got to do... Okay, paste that. Select the first lieutenant. Okay. Next. All right. And publish. Okay, there we are. We are published now. Okay. How are you all? I hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed last night's AG today. We have fun. We've always had fun, but it's definitely... I wouldn't say more fun. It's a different kind of fun now that we have Courtney with us in the back there, and it is nice to have him. It's nice to have him. All right, we are going to continue editing today. So let me close this one here. Wait, where are we? There we are. Close this project. Actually, I'm gonna save it. Okay, good. Now close the whole thing, and we're gonna start anew. All right, here we go. Opening DaVinci Resolve. Let me go over to you guys and show you the screen. There we are, and so on and so forth. Opening Archer's Brigade. Oh, my back. I'm going to have to get a standing desk for in here. Just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Okay, now, where'd my phone go? Here it is. Got to keep up on the comments that they just come flying in. So that means I'm going to go to Patreon, and I'm going to open this up here. Okay, so today what we're going to try to do is finish editing the Archer's Brigade Ask a Guide, and I might be able to actually do it today. I might be able to do it. Let's see. Hello to those of you watching. I hope you're having a great day. It's Friday after all, although in Australia it's Tuesday.
Factions of a country, and they don't really have any commonality between them, and I worry about that. And I'm not saying we're getting ready to go into a civil war by no means, but I do worry as you look the way social media has kind of divided the country, and the way people are sort of moving and gravitating to places where they feel politically comfortable. They're voting with their feet.
We're more contentious.
Yeah, I mean, and you're beginning to see churches divide again. You're beginning to see parties. I mean, so
yeah, it is. You're right.
Well,
it's a little.
What worries me
all those are worrisome, but to me, what worries me the most is that families that won't break bread together anymore.
Yeah, 100%.
When that happens,
Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad.
I mean, I can't tell you how many people I know personally who, like, you know, parents won't talk to the kids over politics.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, and I don't care.
Or the kids won't talk to the parents.
Yeah, vice versa. Yeah,
Either
I mean,
way.
a lot of times it's the younger generation ostracizing the older, sadly. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. And I don't know that history repeats itself, but sometimes it rhymes.
It rhymes, yeah.
And that gives me
I
some
like that.
concern.
Yeah.
Well, back to Archer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, it comes
July
with
3rd. But sometimes it rhymes.
It rhymes, yeah.
And that gives me
I
some
like that.
concern.
Yeah.
Well, back to Archer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, it comes
July
with
3rd.
1,198 men. There's 69 killed, 219 wounded.
So I'm going to just zoom in on Charlie here and just leave it fixed like so. You know what's amazing about those numbers? And when you get into all these battles, this is often the way it is. You know what's amazing about those numbers? And when you get into all these battles, this is often the way it is, where you have fewer killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it surprises me, especially in those days. Yeah, because you've got those soft lead bullets.
Yeah.
We're not very good with. I mean, well, I guess that would be killed outright, right? We're not talking about
Yeah.
mortally wounded or people who die later of their wounds.
Or you just don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
So he's
That's
missing.
right. Yeah,
He's
missing.
probably dead.
Yeah, we got too close to the cannon.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you know, especially in some of those, like in
probably dead.
Yeah, we got too close to the cannon.
Yeah.
but you know, especially in some but you know, especially in some of those, like in. But you know, especially in some of those, like in that really close quarters combat, that you only have 69 killed out of almost 1,200 men.
So there's a confusion.
Obviously, right? I mean, and the smoke and everything. You're that close, and you can't land a kill shot like that. Jeff says, as predicted by you, last night's AG today made me laugh, learn, and cry. Felt like I was in a glass case of emotion. Wow. That, to me, is really amazing. But again, I've never been in Civil War combat, so I have no idea what it's really like.
So I'll tell a story from Pickett's Charge from Archer's Brigade.
Okay.
Rise Brigade.
Yeah.
So obviously the men march off mid-afternoon of July 3rd, and they're going in, and you know it's this grand spectacle of war, you know, to the extent and what Charlie was talking about, the undulations of the land, and Ed Barrs talked about, he's like, there's some parts of Pickett's Charge you'd be as safe as a babe in a mother's arms, you know. he talked about that and did a great presentation. And as the men go across, the Archer's Brigade, which I'm going to refer to in that, even though Archer's not part of it, you know, they strike that angle,
Right.
and you know the color bearers are going to suffer terribly in the fight, and they're going to lose a lot of their colors in Pickett's Charge. And one of the best accounts that's written is from a guy named Junius Kimball from the 14th Tennessee Infantry. And he talks about going to the corner of the angle, and now there's a large tree there now.
Right.
And he talks about putting his musket there and taking dead aim at a Union soldier on the other side of the stone wall and firing. And he misses. And the guy doesn't go down. So he reloads and he shoots at him again, and he misses again. And he says, you know, damn him, I couldn't make the shot, or you know, whatever. And eventually, of course, you know, and that's probably where he stopped. If he went further, he's probably going to get captured or casualty.
Yeah, he would.
But eventually, he sees that the battle is kind of, you know, the way that it's going, and he turns around and leaves. And in a very memorable moment, he then realizes, like, well, if I've got my back to the enemy, they're going to shoot me in the back, and then that's going to be a dishonorable way to die. So he turns around and then he walks backward across Pickett's Charge. So if he gets shot, he's going to get shot in the front.
Yeah, facing his enemy.
Yeah.
Facing the enemy there. So
That's the
man,
kind
from
of
Archer's
esprit de
Brigade.
corps they had.
Yeah, definitely. But they lose a lot of their colors there. They had
yeah.
the enemy there. So man, facing the enemy there. So
That's the
man,
kind
from
of
Archer's
esprit de
Brigade.
corps they had.
Yeah, definitely. But they lose a lot of their colors there. They had, and over half of the brigade becomes a casualty. And really, that's sort of the end for Archer's Brigade as an effective fighting force as we think about it within the Army of Northern Virginia.
So what happens to what remains? Are they absorbed into other units, or do they remain as Archer's Brigade, or what happens?
So Archer eventually gets, so he's initially sent to Union prisoner of war camp in the Great Lakes area, and then the Confederate Johnson Island. Yeah. There's a concern about Confederates shelling Fort Delaware, which is on the eastern seaboard. So they move a lot of Confederate prisoners to kind of utilize as human shields, move him to Fort Delaware. But whenever Appomattox rolls around, it's just a handful of men that surrender.
Yeah, they were on the southern line in Petersburg.
Yeah.
Out in the trenches there.
Yeah.
What's left of them.
Right.
All right, well, let me say this, Matt. It's a shame you had studied for it, but you didn't take the guide exam, and it's too bad you didn't take it, because I think if you would have passed, you would have made a great guide. You did a great job here.
Well, thank you.
You have a very good bedside manner, if you will. And but I enjoyed having you on here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a break, and we'll come back with questions from our patrons that were submitted because they were tipped off ahead of time that this was happening, and patrons are in the know. And that's over at patreon.com/addressing Gettysburg. We'll be right back after these words. All right, now we've got to do the commercial break. So for this, excuse me, I need to go in here, and I need to get my stupid things that I do. All right, so first let's see, where do I save this? I always forget where I save it. Let me just go up here and search for explosion. All right. No, I want it in AG. There we go. Search that one. No. No. I think I just have one call. Oh, there it is. That's the one. Okay. So I've got that. Now, which commercial am I doing here? Did I choose commercials? I think I did. Digital History Pioneers is at the beginning. Gettysburg Museum of History is one of them. So that needs to go. Okay. Now we go back to our editor. We're going to go to our media pool up here. And we're going to pull Gettysburg Museum of History down. Put it like so. Let's zoom out here so I can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to find our Get Out of the Car tours, because they're starting up now. Where is it? Where? I say. I just saw it. Oh, here it is. Okay, now with the Get Out of the Car tours. So first, let me get the explosion. Explosion, there she is. All right, now zoom back in so I can see where everything is, because I want to line it up. And okay, so going to move the explosion. You see here, in this area here, we've got the last thing I say, and I want to line the explosion up right on the tail of that so that it's immediate. Then I want it to cut away, or maybe not. Maybe we'll put a transition in there, but we'll cut away to the commercial. So it looks like this. After these words. I could probably pull that over a touch more, just a hair. Let's see. After these words. Okay, now that's loud. I don't need that to be that loud. Words. All right, so there, what I need to do is add the schedule. So instead of history is not boring, I'm going to unlink that, and I'm going to go to the end. All right, and pull that over. And now when that sound comes in, I'm going to add the tour schedule. So let's see what I want to do with that. Oh, I don't know. Let's go to our effects and we'll try our generator. And we're going to go down to vintage texture. Okay. And we're going to bring that right to the end there. Let's see. What can I do here? Oh, that's something different there. Texture size. Ooh, bring it out like that. Texture angle. I can change, all sorts of things. Let's do that. Flicker smoothness. I don't know what that is there. I don't need to worry about that. Dark texture. Let's see. Light texture. Can't even really tell. Okay. So there. Going to leave that like so. And now I have to do the whole. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Now I wanted to also do this noise gradient because I think that can also look like smoke. So let's see. So do that. And then, oh, could I not overlay that? Oh, ooh, oh, wow. Let's do that version. What I'm trying to do is change it so that it kind of overlays and it's transparent and we can see the background, but I don't know if I can actually do that. I mean, I probably can. I just don't know how in this program because I'm still a little new to it. Gradient type, linear, reflect, square, no. Radial, no. Angle, no. Uni, we'll leave it there. Oh, that's a shame. I can't do anything with the transparency. Apparently not. What did I just do there? Okay, well, maybe that idea is not going to work until I figure out how to do that. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, add color burn. Let's see what color dodge looks like. That does not look like smoke. We don't have screen on here. Let's see. Okay, so if I go back to the generator and let's see if I can change the speed of that. Let's lower the seethe rate. There we go. Now we're looking like smoke. Maybe I want to take the flicker off. Just no flicker on the underneath there. That is more like it. close enough for government work. So we go back up here to our effects. We're going to go to titles, and we're going to find just the basic old text. We'll put that there, and now we've got to do our thingamabob there. So what I want to do is go to Addressing Gettysburg, and I want to copy and paste. This is annoying, but this is what we have to do. I'm going to copy and paste. Where am I going? Here. All of these. Okay, and I'm going to format it later, but right now I just want to get it all copied and pasted. Okay. Where am I going? Okay, so now that I have all of them in there, next thing I need to do, Jeff says, when do you do this editing without going, or when you do this editing without going live, do you listen to music? Not having any background noise drives me crazy. My daughter and wife are always telling me that life doesn't need a soundtrack. I completely disagree. I am with you. No matter what I do, I have to have a soundtrack. The reason why I do these live, there's a couple reasons. One is I want you guys to see how much work actually goes into this, because we're about to embark in like as close to full video production as we can get, and we're going to need your support, which means we're going to need you guys to stick around here at Patreon while we are putting out fewer shows on Patreon. But I'm just showing you that we're still working, and I want you to see how involved the work is. And for those of you who can go, let me put myself in their shoes, they need us now more than ever. Right. But also so that maybe those of you who can spare it will make a tax deductible donation to the Digital History Pioneers. The other reason is something that I was told is called body doubling. And it's apparently one of those symptoms of ADD that, what is that? Why is that different? Oh, well, who cares? It's one of those symptoms of ADD that means that you can work better when you have somebody else there with you. For me, I always just said it was because I like to collaborate with people. So I'd like to bounce ideas off each other and work together. I'd get a lot more done that way. But since I don't have that, because everybody else I associate with is actually at their jobs right now, you guys are the next best thing to that, because I can talk to you and kind of get that same effect. But to answer your question, I do sometimes listen to music when doing this, but I also have to listen closely to what's being said. And being that my first love was music, and I'm one of these people, when music is on, I get lost in it. So sometimes I can do things with music in the background, usually a movie soundtrack or just generic, classical music. But in this case, when I'm editing these, I can't. It's just too much noise and too much to pay attention to. So that's why I do the body doubling. Like if somebody was in the room with me now, I probably wouldn't be doing a live. I'd be working with them on it, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now let's see how this. Okay, so what we need to do is make this a lot smaller. That's too small. But we can also change our font to something that makes a little more sense. We'll go down to our Civil War fonts and see if one works for this. Maybe that one. What the hell? And then we'll make it a little bigger up to the point where it's still legible, but it stays on the screen where it should. And we'll put our drop shadow on it, raise the opacity, turn the, there we go. Take it out like that, and then we'll add the blur. There it is. There it is. Now let's see how it works. Not very long, so you're going to read quick. But there we go. Okay, so now Gettysburg Museum of History comes in. Okay, okay.
The Gettysburg Museum of History, located right here in the center of Gettysburg, PA. Owner and curator Eric Dorr grew up here and has spent his life collecting and preserving history through artifacts ranging from the Civil War, the Battle of Gettysburg, World War II, presidential items, pop culture, and more.
When you're dragging us out of bed, the hairs must up on your head. You picture the 20th Maine, and you're happy once again.
He definitely runs.
On the YouTube channel, The History Underground. So that's the Gettysburg Museum of History at 219 Baltimore Street or the GettysburgMuseumofHistory.com.
Now, there's one thing I want to do here before I forget, and that is to, let me move that aside real quick. And I'm going to see, can I render this out? Render in play. No, I want to render it out. Normalize, voice cover, cache, audio, duplicate, freeze, link clips. Okay, what if I did this? I went to the renderer, and I just want to render. Okay, so I need to find my in-out range. So go back to my editor, and where is that? Where the hell are you? There you are. So there's my in. I hit I, makes an in, and out for O. So now I have in, out. I'll go to my renderer. I'll select up here in this little area where I am right there, in, out range. So in, out range. And then I'm going to call this 2025 get out of the car schedule, or we'll just call it spot. Okay. And where am I going to put that? Well, we're going to need that for the commercials and whatnot. So I guess, let's see, AG Today assets. And we'll go, where is it? Video commercials. AG Today breaks. 2024 breaks. So many freaking folders. Now let's go back here. AG Today breaks. Edited. Maybe it's an edited. Well, you know what? I'll put it here, 2025, and I'll add it to the show thing later, okay? And I'm going to make it an MP4 and add to render queue and render all. Should render out rather quickly. It's rather short. Okay, there we go. Now we go back to editing. Okay, so let's see. G usually clears the in and out. Let's see. Remove all markers. Nope, that didn't do it. Well, how do I remove the in and out now? Why do you have mark in, mark out, but I can't remove? Now from duration, add marker. No, I want to delete marker, modify, remove selected markers. Let's see. What if I select it? Nope, that doesn't do it either.
The Gettysburg Museum of History, located right
Okay, there we go.
here in the center of Gettysburg, PA. Owner and curator Eric Dorr grew up here and has spent his life collecting and preserving the underground. So that's the Gettysburg Museum of History at 219 Baltimore Street or the GettysburgMuseumofHistory.com.
Now I got to go back and put this back.
Birds.
And for transition, is there some kind of explosion or something like that? Maybe circle spin, no. Circles, no. Crash zoom. Oh, let's just do that. Wait, what's disarrange? There. Oh, fudge. Well, that wasn't quite what I was hoping to do, but I don't have the time to worry.
When you're dragging us out of bed, the hairs must up on your head. You picture the 20th May.
Okay, so here we don't need to see me giggling like a schoolgirl.
And you're happy once again.
So we're going to go to the media pool.
Fight the battle against being slow.
First, I'm going to find my coffee bean backdrop that I wanted. No, that's not good quality. So let me just remove that. Let's do that. All right, and then I think I also have the little ground top and Bantam Roasters. Yep, here it is. Okay, so first we need to clean this up here. So this, I'm going to zoom it in to fill the screen. There we go. That's just beautiful. Now, a little ground top here. Going to take that the whole way, and I'm going to make it smaller. All right, let's see, can I add a drop shadow to that? Because if I can, then I can kind of make it separate from the background. That is in my, I believe, effects. Yes, drop shadow. Plop it on there. Yes. All right, now, shadow strength all the way. Angle, let's change the angle. Where is the light in the photograph coming from? That's the way I like to do that. And it looks, well, it's a couple of sources, it appears. So, but look, most of the shadows are cast, it looks like, from the left. So, and my angle should then go over here. Yeah, that's close enough. Set the blur. Like so. Bring the strength down a touch. All right, now go back to these controls, and I'm going to move it over here. And I'm going to bring it down a bit. Rest it right there. Okay. Now that means I'm going to add photographs of people enjoying their little ground top and little ground top itself. And let's do it here first. Okay, so
When you're dragging
Ass on a bed. So make this smaller. And we're going to go to the crop. And we're going to crop the left. We're also going to crop the right a bit. And not much. Okay. And move it over here to the left. 389 is going to be our X position. Not exposition, but X position. And now we're just going to drop these pictures in. I'm going to make them shorter. Just laying them in right now. I'll get to everything else later. I always like to throw my picture of the beavers in here, enjoying their cup of little ground top while having a picnic in the Valley of Death. We'll see that in a second. This one here. So I really should just do it like this, where they're all the same length. Okay. That's what I meant to do. Okay, there we go. All right, we'll throw Rue McClanahan in there to see if anybody actually pays attention. I like to throw things in to see who pays attention to what. Because, God damn it, I work on this stuff. I want people to see it. Let's see how we are so far.
when you're dragging us out of bed, the hairs must up on your head.
All right.
Out of bed.
So there, and that is, what did I say was 389? So this one here, we're going to make 389 on the X position, 389. And we'll go into cropping, and this time we're going to crop the top. It's going to be a crop top, and we're going to crop the bottom. All right. To about there, I believe it was. Yeah, a little bit more. Okay. Now 389 is not going to work as a general thing, so I got to keep. Well, I guess I can zoom that out a bit and there. Well, maybe I could use some guides. Let's use some guides, right? No, use the title guide. No, that's not really a help either, is it? How about 16 by 9? Nope, it already is 16 by 9. Nope. 235. We'll use center too. Okay. So who cares? Does anybody care? Nobody cares. Okay, cropping to the left. What's going on? Crop this, sorry. To the left. And we're going to crop to the right. We're also going to crop the top. And we're going to crop the bottom. A little bit. And then we want to zoom it out. That's what I'll do. I'll line it up with this. There. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to make some form, some sense of symmetry here, but it's not going to come out perfectly, but it'll come out enough. Okay, the beeves, they're already a square, so whoops. Just make them the size of that square. That's what I should do, is just make them all like that, but I got to get this done today, so I don't have time for that silliness. Put Rue there. We're going to crop our left and our right. Jeff says, I'm all out of Little Ground Top, trying to hold off till I'm in town next weekend to stock up. Well, meanwhile, some of us are dying of hunger. No, that's okay. They're actually away this week on a much-deserved vacation. They work very hard over there at Bantam, and they just had a baby in November, so this is some much-needed time away. Oh, did I already use that one? I think I did, didn't I? Where did I use it? Yes, I did, right there. So I don't need that one again. All right. Oh, Jesus. Why does it do that? Nope, did it again. Just a cut. Just a regular cut. Coffee drinking beavers love the leaning into the beaver hatred. Yeah. Yeah, I just, there's some resentment there. All right, we'll use this. Whoops. All right, so me and Beth, we need to be, whoops. Okay, we'll crop left. Crop right. And zoom that down there. We crop top. Okay, that's easy to do. We'll bring that over here like so. Now, is that online with the other one? No. Okay, so we can zoom in a bit. No, how's that going to work? Oh, I know. Go back to this. All right, so we'll bring the top down about there. Bring the bottom up to about there. We'll bring the right over a bit. No, the right can stay there. We'll bring the left over a bit. And then we'll move the whole picture over to this line in the guide. And let's see. Yeah, that's close. Oh, I can come down on the top a bit more. Okay.
Once again, fight the battle.
So I think I can make these bigger, and I'm going to do that because I need to fill that time. And you know what I'm doing when I'm done with this? I'm saving it so I don't have to keep doing this. Because sometimes I forget to do that, and then I forget to go back in and save it because I don't want to go back in. I have to go that. Oh, actually, I can stop right there, can I?
Oh.
All right, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So let's make sure we have everything all together here. So this is going to end here, the backdrop. So let's take it from the beginning.
When you're dragging ass out of bed, the hairs must up on your head. You picture the 20th Maine, and you're happy once again. Fight the battle against being slow with Little Ground Top Road.
Oh, Little Ground Top. Have you tried Little Ground Top yet, Charlie?
No,
Okay, so what we'll have to do here is we're going to make this zoom down to a smaller size. So we'll make a cut there. And first, let me find the smaller size I want it to be and the position for it there. Let's make it zoom down to the back corner, not back corner, the bottom left corner. Sometimes my words don't work when I'm editing because it's like thinking of what you're doing and how to explain it, but you're really more focused on what you're doing. Okay, anyway, so now we'll take a transition. We'll go to our transitions and let's see which one should we do. What does a smooth cut do for this little monkey here?
Oh, Little Ground Top.
It's kind of like melting into the corner, but let's say I don't want to use that one because I don't. So let's try another one. We're going to delete that. How about... Let's see, what about a box twist?
Oh, Little Ground Top.
No, that was, I don't even know what the hell that was. Whatever it was, it's not what we're doing. Box white, bright flash.
Oh, Little Ground.
Nope. Okay, it's none of these. None of these. None of these. Drop warp. Yeah, that'll be good enough for me. Now, let's see.
Oh, little ground.
The other thing needs to happen is that needs to be a flip 3D as well.
Oh, little grounds.
All right. And then, do I need to do that with the bottom one?
Oh,
Yes, I do. So these are all going to be flip 3D.
oh, little grounds.
Nope, didn't like that. So this one, I'm going to make something else. That's going to be probably like some kind of a dissolve or something like that, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Pan left. Pan right. Oh, maybe pan up. No. Pop wobble. That doesn't seem to do anything. Radial. Whoa. Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Oh, little grounds. Have you? Oh, little grounds. Have you tried little ground top yet, Charlie?
No, I
Do
haven't.
you like coffee?
I do.
I'll have to get you a bag of little ground top because it's just delicious.
Okay.
It's our first, but we're of many coffees that is made through Bantam Roasters right across from the Dobbin House over there.
Oh,
You know where I'm talking?
I've been there before.
And it is delicious. It's taking the world by storm. Listen to this crazy number. Ready? So if you care about whether it's light, medium, dark, there you go. It's medium, but it's got notes of cacao, wildflowers, and toasted sugar. Saturday morning so that your family and no one will ever be unhappy again. That's 82 Steinway Avenue and get.
Okay, then I'll take the thing. Where is the thing that I was looking for? Shoot, I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was. What was it? Where is it? What is it? Oh, I know. I remember now. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes I forget where I am. Here it is.
You can even subscribe to it so that morning when it's on the shelves, it's not there for very long. They put them up Friday, and usually by Sunday they're gone. But it's got notes of cacao. Coming into town for the weekend, make sure you get there Friday night, Saturday morning, so that you can get your bag. Or, you know what? Order online, addressinggettysburg.com/cafe. You can even...
Okay, so for this, what I need to do is I need to overlay it with itself. Okay, so we'll do that. And we're going to blow up the back or the bottom version, blow it up. And then we're going to add a blur to it. It's going to fill out. I think there actually is a way to do that. I forget. Is it fill? Fill. Blanking fill. That's it. So maybe I could just do that here. Let's try that. So let's make this normal. And let's try this. Oh, look, it does it for me. All right. This is great. This update was worth it. Wait. What happened to the picture? All right, so maybe I can. No, that isn't what I'm trying to do. So what my problem is here is that it's cutting off www. All right, so I can't do that. So delete that. Oh, I got so excited. I just couldn't hide it. So I'm going to do it manually. This is the old-fashioned way anyway. So we just blow that up. Okay, like so. And we're going to go to our effects. We're going to look up blur. And I'm going to use a lens blur. It's my favorite of all the blurs, but you can use whatever one you like. It's your world. You can do anything. Okay, there it is. All right. Now, do I want to do a dynamic zoom on the background?
So if you're coming into town for the weekend, make sure you get there Friday night, Saturday morning, so that you can get your bag. Or, you know what? Order online, addressinggettysburg.com/cafe. You can even subscribe to it so that every month they'll charge you and you'll get your order in the mail automatically. You don't even need to worry about it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you're not a coffee drinker, get it for the coffee drinker and Getty's nerd in your family. And no one will ever be unhappy again. That's 82 Steinway Avenue in Gettysburg or addressinggettysburg.com/cafe.
All right, so there it needs to fade out, and then we will go back to the effects there, and we're going to get our little transitions going up here. We want our video transitions, and I'll just do the blur dissolve on that. We'll just do it on each one of them. Blur dissolve. Blur dissolve. Actually, I don't need to do it on that because I'm going to just kill it there.
By Sunday, they're gone. So if you're coming into town for the weekend, make sure you get there Friday night, Saturday morning, so that you can get your bag. Or, you know what? Order online, addressinggettysburg.com/cafe. You can even subscribe to it so that every month they'll charge you and you'll get your order.
So here I'm going to just make my thing.
Usually by Sunday, they're gone. So if you're
I'm going to just do. So what I'm looking to do here is EDFG Flip 3D is go to. I guess I have to do it with this. All right. So what I'm going to try to do is make my camera go to a small box within the overall scene.
Usually by Sunday, they're gone. So if you're coming into town...
Okay. So now I just need to make this a small box. So I'm going to zoom out. Man, I look old. I'm going to crop left. I'm going to crop right. I'm going to crop a little bit of the top. All right. And then I'm going to add some softness to it there. No, this way. Yes, like so. Now I'm going to move it over here and bring it up here. There we go. Okay. So let's see.
They put them up Friday. Usually by Sunday, they're gone. So if you're coming into town for the weekend, make sure you get there Friday night, Saturday morning, so that you can get your bag. Or, you know what? Order online, addressinggettysburg.com/cafe. You can even subscribe to it so that every month they'll charge you and you'll get your order in the mail automatically. You don't even need to worry about it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you're not a coffee drinker, get it for the coffee drinker and Getty's nerd in your family. And no one will ever be unhappy again. That's 82 Steinway Avenue in Gettysburg or Addressing Gettysburg, and no one will ever be unhappy again.
So I'll dissolve me out there. So just do, I don't know.
Unhappy again. No one will ever be unhappy again. That's 82 Steinway Avenue in Gettysburg, or addressinggettysburg.com/cafe.
All right, and I'll extend the blur dissolve a little bit to go with the fade out. See, that's the audio fading out, the dark there. Okay. And then I'll extend my whatever. Oops, see, I gotta extend them all. Collect them all. Okay. Now it's time for something that I should have. Now here's what I'm gonna do. Save. Okay. I'm going to make this an out. No. What do I want? I only really want to save the beginning.
When you're dragging us out of bed, the hair's
All right, and then I need to do some transitions on these here. So this is... I'm not going to put any transition in the beginning here because I can do that when I edit it into another show at some other time. So right now I'm just going to do transitions between the two. Let's try smooth cut and see how that works.
when you're dragging us out of bed, the
Not
hair's
too well.
on your head.
Okay, let me give this thing a little time to rest itself and catch up here.
When you're dragging us out of bed, the hair's messed up on your head. You picture
Now, I don't know what the hell it's doing, but I'm not going to... Let me make the video bigger. Okay. Let's see here. What would be a good thing to do? I'll try the glow.
when you're dragging us out of bed, the hair's messed up on your head. You picture the
All right, that is too... I think it's because they're too short. So I'm just going to go to something very easy and simple for it to do. That would be a cross dissolve. You can't do that, right? I don't know what you can do.
hair's messed up.
All right, so that is what it is they're too short. So let me just make the dissolves shorter. There we go. Can I copy that? Yeah, I can I? Can I paste it, though? How do I do that? Paste. Oh, look at that. Okay. Center on edit. Paste. Center on edit. Oh, why won't you let me...
You picture the 20th
Oh, because it's different. We'll make these guys a little bigger. Then we'll crop them. Okay, there we go. Wonderful. Here, do the same thing. Paste. Can I center on edit? There we go. Paste, baby, paste. No. Paste. Center. No, can't do that either. Okay, whatever.
being slow with little crown top row.
Okay.
Little crown
Top Pro.
Oh, Little Ground Top. Have you tried Little Ground Top yet, Charlie?
No, I haven't.
Do you like coffee?
I do.
I'll have to get you a bag of Little Ground Top because it's just delicious.
Okay.
It's our first, but we're of many coffees that is made through Bantam Roast.
All right, so now I'm going to go here. I'm going to go in, out. Oh, I should have did this before, but okay. So I'm going to delete these transitions. So I don't need them for what I'm doing here. I'm going to go to my render page. No, wait. Back to the editor. Oh, no, that was right. Render page in out range. Good. We got that. And I don't need audio for it. So I'm going to mute the audio. Can I mute the audio? It won't let me mute the audio. So I go back to my original schedule programming there. All right. And then so let's see. Okay. So I want to render out that. So this is a LGT slideshow. And where do I want to save this? It's probably going to have to put it in AG Vids and under video commercials, go to Little Ground Top and save AG slideshow. Make that an MP4. Good. Render queue and render it out. Shouldn't take very long at all. It's very short. Oh, wait. No. Okay. It is going to take a while because I guess we have those things there. So anyway, that is how it goes. Now we're getting to the part of the show where we take the questions from the audience, and I don't think you want to sit with all that and all that crap there. So what I'll do is be merciful and let you go, so you don't have to watch it. But I just want you to see that we're still working here. If I can finish this today, I have an appointment at 6. So if I can finish this before my appointment, then I will upload it and schedule it to release Sunday night. That seems to be a good time to release these. If I can't, then I will release it sometime during the week. Monday, I think, is the next opportunity I have to come in here and edit it. I won't have it on Saturday and Sunday. So, and then once that's finished, I have to do some production pieces for when Ask a Guides are live. So we can do this all live like we do AG today, minus the goofiness. We'll actually do histories. Nothing's going to change except it's live, and there's not going to be the production value that we have on these edited shows unless it's a show that is kind of one of our emergency shows. So you guys have yourselves a merry little Christmas, and I'll talk to you next time. If I don't see you tomorrow at our show at the seminary and you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. And we'll see you on the other side of Easter. That is. Goodbye. Have a great weekend. Farewell.